Let's talk a little bit more about the weird things happening at the White House with the Biden administration. Welcome in Trish Regan, host of the Trish Intel podcast. Great to see you, Trish.
Hey, good to see you too, John.
All right, Trish, obviously you know a lot about television. You've been in the game for a while. I mean, why in the world would they stage these types of events like this with the special windows and the fake rose garden with the flowers from springtime when it's really the fall? I'm just kind of surprised and really dumbfounded by what they're trying to tell us with this setup.
Wasn't it supposed to be Trump that was really valuing production quality? By the way, are they sitting? Take a look at those desks. Are they sitting at like little kids' desks?
Yeah, it's all so really weird. It's so odd.
Of it. The producer in me, by the way, not a fan of these optics. Look, it's a very fake window background. The whole thing is really unnecessary. To your point earlier, and to Emerald's, look, it's the White House. That's a pretty phenomenal backdrop in and of itself. Use what you got in this case. I mean, I realize we're getting increasingly in this sort of, surreal Zoom world, but nonetheless, authenticity when you can have it, and that is hardly authentic, and it's very it's a little demeaning. I mean, it's sort of putting the president and Yellen all in these little desks. I didn't like the optics, and they were unnecessary.
Actors on a stage. And I think, Trish, your point about authenticity is well taken, because, when I talk to folks who aren't involved in media and politics, that's what they want. They want authenticity. They will sacrifice some of the pretty parts for real authenticity. We talk about the mean tweets all the time and everything, and everyone criticized that, but the results were much different. And here you have President Biden, who is arguably supposed to be nicer or whatever, but, you don't have the results. And, it is literally a facade, and the American public sees right through it.
Well, they do see right through it. I mean, that's clearly what we're seeing reflected in the poll numbers. Yeah. I'm sorry, John, but when people are falling off of planes, when you have 9 U.S. military members killed, trying to defend the people getting out of Afghanistan, my gosh, I mean, that stuff just, doesn't go away. And I think it's very alive in people's minds. You combine that with the images that we've seen at our border. My goodness, and all the Haitian migrants coming in and being sort of let loose into this country, that's, again, something that does not sit well with the American public. People know instinctively that if you have a country, you need borders. And then you topple on the inflation that we're struggling with, and the high gas prices, and the economic unease that we have in this environment, as well as the threat, which it looks like we've postponed for a few weeks, of defaulting on our debt. I mean, it's like boom, boom, boom. I mean, the hits keep on coming.
Well, I want to talk about the debt ceiling with you, Trish, because you understand this better than most folks. And, the other thing that I'm surprised by is when you talk to people who don't read Politico Playbook or the Washington Post or the New York Times every day, or don't care what Mitch McConnell says to Chuck Schumer about the debt ceiling, they are numb to this whole entire fake debate about raising the debt ceiling. I made the joke, I don't know what you call it when something smells bad, but you smelled it so much you can't smell it anymore. That's what the debt ceiling debate is, I think, for most of America. They don't care about this. Oh, we're getting it done. We're going to get this done. They will care if, we default and everything, and the 401ks hit the floor. But until that point, nobody cares about Mitch McConnell patting himself on the back for coming together with Chuck Schumer to raise the debt ceiling and, fulfill the obligations that they have already, subjected themselves to. There's no win here for anybody.
First of all, it's kind of a non-issue, because let me just tell you, they're not going to default on U.S. debt. It's like this political football that goes, right up into the air, and we have to deal with this constantly, right? So people are now kind of immune. It's like the little boy who cries wolf, right? They keep crying and crying and crying. Oh, we're going to default on our debt. I'm sorry, we're not going to default on our debt, guys. And you know what? If you do, Joe Biden, you deserve to be impeached immediately, because no other president has ever defaulted on our debt. The fact that we're even talking about this and that you're trying to use this as a political football is really, really unbecoming, really, of your office and your stature. But nonetheless, I think you're right. People are immune. They're sick of it. Nobody even kind of gets what the debt ceiling is. They should. I mean, it's basically like, okay, we need to have more money in the pool, right? So that we can pay these bills, because if we don't pay our bills, it's like a family that doesn't pay their credit card bill on time, rates are going to go way up, and that would be disastrous, but it's not going to happen.
The only thing that I think people actually care about when it comes to this debt ceiling debate is what President Trump says about it as it relates to Mitch McConnell and their little spat. President Trump tweeting this, or sending out the statement because he can't tweet anymore, but he says he's got all the cards with the debt ceiling. It's time to play the hand. Don't let them destroy our country. Again, you know, wake me up when this is all said and done, and it doesn't really matter because it will be worked out magically. Of course, kick the can down the road. That's my drinking game for this weekend, Trish. That's what we do every time we hear it. Of course, after hours. All right, let's also talk about some of these poll numbers, too, because not only are we seeing Joe Biden's poll numbers slide, we see Republican poll numbers on the rise. We're taking a look at some, numbers here specifically as it relates to terrorism and security. 54% to 39%. Republicans have the lead there. I think we have these polls. We got the Quinnipiac poll up here. Also, we have on ensuring prosperity, 50% Republican, 41% to Democrats. So, you see the kind of downstream effect of Joe Biden's weakness now translating into gains for Republicans, because the side effect here, Trish, is that Republicans look more unified than ever as Democrats are fighting about all this stuff.
John, if I'm a Democrat right now, I'm really, really worried about 22, because I have nothing to point to that would give anybody faith in what they're doing. So I suspect that these numbers are going to get increasingly worse, and Democrats should brace themselves for that. I mean, look, often you see a pendulum that swings back during midterms, but I think that this is a pendulum that's going to swing back for a long time now, with midterms and with 24, because people have learned, you know what, it matters. Policy matters. And you can't just decide, we're going to wave a magic wand and get out of Afghanistan tomorrow. And you can't wave a magic wand and say we're going to give tons and tons of money to people and expect that, they're still going to go to work every week. Right. I mean, it's unbelievable. Or wave a magic wand and say we're going to welcome everybody into this country and not have any consequences associated with this. All of this policy has consequences. And this is what, John, Americans are realizing. So, yes, the poll data shows that they're getting a little fed up, and I suspect it's only going to get worse. Yeah,
Democrats love to say, or, I think President Obama loved to say, elections have consequences, but so does bad policy, and we're seeing that in these poll numbers. One more thing, too, Trish, I wanted to talk to you about is Bernie Sanders. He doesn't want to condemn the harassment against his colleague Kyrsten Sinema. New emails obtained by Axios show that Sanders withheld support from a statement condemning the bathroom scene because Sinema wouldn't support his $3.5 trillion spending project, the progressive wish list, the socialist plan for America. I mean, grow up, Bernie Sanders. You're like 90 years old, and you can't say that this is wrong just on its face. He has to tie it to the spending bill before he can condemn it? Come on.
Yeah, grow up and get over your mean streak there. Get over your own ego. Stand up for what is actually just right in society. I mean, this is the problem, isn't it, with Washington, that it's so broken at this point. It's like, if you don't do what I want, I'm not going to be a humane person and stand up against this, kind of brutality.
It is assault. If I walked into the bathroom, Trish, and started recording video of somebody, I would be charged with assault.
Yeah. And the fact that he can't stand up. And by the way, Joe Biden was not exactly very, helpful in this regard either, sort of saying, oh, everybody has to deal with it. Yeah. You know what? Everybody shouldn't have to deal with that. You ought to be able to do your part as a leader and do what you think is right and not be harassed. I mean, for them to excuse this, you see, once again, the double standard. They'd have no problem with people going after a Republican. I mean, don't forget, they kind of excused, and Maxine Waters, by the way, seemed to encourage, if you ask me. You remember the sound.
She literally said, get in their faces. Those were her words. Yeah, there's obviously the double standard here, Trish. We've covered it in great detail. And the unfortunate thing here is, we're going to have members of Congress with big entourages, security entourages. They're not going to be accessible to the public. That's the result. That's what's going to happen here long term, and you don't want to see that. Trish, great to see you. We'll see you on the podcast. Always a pleasure.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.